Welcome back. In today's video we're going to be talking about the Paramo Halkon jacket, the perfect waterproof for wildlife photographers and nature lovers. The Halkon jacket is a comfortable, durable, waterproof coat that's ideal for wildlife photographers and nature enthusiasts. There are a number of different features that make this jacket ideal for those people, and we're going to go through them today. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the waterproofing, because it's a very different system to what a lot of people are used to. Many people are more used to a physical barrier or membrane within the jacket, things like Gore-Tex and Pertex, and Paramo use a very different system called knit wax analogy. This is a two-layer construction that helps repel rain and also remove moisture from your body to keep you warm and dry. This system, like I said, uses two different layers. The first layer is a very tightly woven outer fabric with a DWR coating from knit wax, which helps repel wind and rain or any moisture that might get onto the jacket. And then below that is a pump liner, which closely resembles that of mammal fur. This pump liner makes sure that any water or moisture that does make its way through the outer layer is then quickly expelled to a place where it can dry off, rather than going through the jacket onto your body. This works in both ways, as it helps manage moisture coming from your body as well as moisture coming onto the jacket itself. Along with being waterproof, another key attribute of this waterproofing system from Paramo is how quiet it is, which lends itself really nicely to areas where you want to go unnoticed. Because this jacket doesn't have a physical membrane, it is far quieter than things like Gore-Tex and Pertex. I'm sure a lot of you have been into a shop or even owned a Gore-Tex or Pertex jacket and noticed that they can be quite loud and crinkly. Paramo's jackets are incredibly soft, and that makes them very quiet as well, which means getting into position for the perfect photo is far easier. Another attribute of this waterproofing system is how breathable it is. Because there's not a physical membrane within this jacket or a physical barrier, it allows moisture vapour to leave the jacket far more freely, creating a far more pleasant environment within the jacket. Of course, there are extra options to ventilate this jacket further, and we'll come on to those in just a second. So now that we've spoken about the waterproofing system that this jacket employs, let's talk about the features it has as well. We'll start at the top and we'll make our way to the bottom. So the first thing to look at is the hood. So we've got a nice big hood on these jackets, and they are fully adjustable. We've got toggles at the front here with cords hanging down to help adjust the front of the hood, and we've got another one at the back here to help adjust the volume of the hood as well. We also see a wired peak at the front of this hood just to keep that water away from your face so it's not dripping onto your face while you're out walking. What's nice about these hoods is that they can also be rolled away to make them a lot neater, so if you don't feel you need it but you want the jacket on for a bit of extra warmth or protection, you can do that without the hood getting in your way. Along with a really good hood, we've also got a fleece liner around the top of the jacket just to give you a little bit of extra comfort, but also a little bit of extra warmth on those colder days. Moving down to the shoulders, we're met with a reinforced shoulder and back, which is just designed to take a little bit more pressure, so from rucksacks or load carrying, but also from binoculars being hung around your neck or even your camera strap as well. Coming down the arm of the jacket, we're met by a pit zip on either side. Paramo put their pit zips on the front of the arm to help bellow air into the jacket and help circulate the air a little bit better. This just helps regulate your temperature a little bit better in what is quite a warm jacket. Next up, we've got the main zip, which can also be used to help ventilate the jacket. This is a two-way YKK zipper on the main body of the jacket, so you can undo it all the way from the top, like so, and then we can also undo it from the bottom as well. You might wonder why that's important. The first thing we can do is open the jacket from the bottom, leave the top done up, so we've still got plenty of protection across the top of our jacket or the top of our shoulders, but we've opened the jacket up to give ourselves a little bit of airflow. So where the rain's going to be landing, which is the top portion of the jacket, we're still protected, but we've got a bit of airflow around the bottom. The next option is to use the internal storm flap to give you a bit of extra ventilation. So if you unzip the jacket, you'll see we've got this storm flap on the inside. What we can do is popper that closed, so unzip the jacket entirely and popper it shut, and what we're doing is creating an area where air can still circulate into the jacket or leave the jacket in terms of warm air, but we're still fully protected on the front of the jacket. The next thing to talk about, and something that this jacket does incredibly well, is storage, which comes down to its pockets. This jacket has 9 pockets to give you plenty of places to keep your items. We've got 2 dipole pockets on the front of the jacket, and these are easily big enough for an OS map. The opening to allow the map to go in is big enough that you're not trying to force the map in. It goes in very nicely, and they're also deep enough so that the map sits down here away from any equipment you might have around your neck or on your shoulders and not up here. Inside, we are met with an internal pocket. This is just a nice, easy, simple mesh pocket, ideal for a phone or wallet. And then at the base of the jacket on both sides internally we have two nice stretchy mesh pockets, ideal for extra storage, things like hats and gloves, larger bulkier items that might be a little bit harder to force into a smaller pocket. These will take without any issues. Back to the outside of the jacket, we are met by two nice large pockets, one on each side at the bottom. These are easily big enough to take a set of binoculars if you're out bird spotting or even doing some reconnaissance when you're doing some wildlife photography. But they're also big enough to carry a small lens. So let's say you've gone out with your telephoto lens to take some pictures of wildlife, but you've been met by a lovely view and you want to take another photo, you can have a slightly wider angled lens stored in the pocket, and it saves you taking a rucksack with you. It's also a really good pocket for some extra snacks if you get hungry while you're out. Located directly behind these pockets are a set of zip hand warmer pockets. These have got a nice lining on the inside of them to keep you a little bit warmer. So if you're out on a cold day, get that sleeve out of the way. These pockets will help warm up your hands if you're feeling a little bit cold. Inside this pocket, you'll see a toggle and cord, and this helps adjust the mid portion and the waist portion of the jacket. The Halkon jacket is a relatively loose fitting, long jacket, so it's important to be able to tailor it to make sure it fits you nice and comfortably. So we've got that adjustment point around sort of the mid waist of the jacket to help draw that in, but we've also got another one around the hem as well. And that will just draw the lower portion of the jacket nice and tight, which helps keep warm air in on those colder days, but it also means you don't have loads of excess fabric moving around and irritating you when you're out enjoying yourself. The next area there is a little bit of adjustment is down on the cuffs, and this is on the end of both sleeves. We've got a hook and loop system, which we can undo to have a nice wide opening so you can still get to your watch if you've got a chunky sort of sports watch on. But when you're not needing that, you can use the velcroing system to secure it and make it the perfect fit for you. It's also worth noting that if you're looking for an ultralight jacket, this probably isn't quite the right one for you. Due to the technology and the feature set, this jacket does come in at quite a hefty weight. Overall, the Halkon jacket is the perfect option for your wildlife enthusiast, whether it's photography or just observation. These jackets are fantastic. They have a number of features that lend themselves very nicely to those kind of environments, and they also come in green, which is absolutely ideal. If you've got any questions about the jackets we've spoken about today, or any questions in general about Paramo, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. And just like always, if you could like and subscribe, it really helps us out. Thank you.